And how's everybody doing tonight? It has been a wonderful weekend and way too short. I need another day, chat. Apparently things tend to go bad in threes. I have a broken toilet that I didn't get around to fixing because I was working all day. My faucet is broken now, so I gotta fix that. And the drain in my bathroom sink is broken. So apparently tomorrow I'm a plumber. Apparently tomorrow I'm doing half a day and I'm going to be a plumber. Is what it is. It's I don't know what happened. It just all started falling apart all at once. I have no idea. It's things happen. What are you going to do? But Angry Sock Monkey, thank you so much for 10 months in a row. I appreciate that more than you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blue Mermaid J, Scooter Beach, happy to see you here, as always. And Monica Langwall, welcome back. Happy to see you here. And Isaac, thank you, and thank you for the host. And I think that covers everybody. And it's more than my bathroom. Bathroom is the toilet and the sink. The kitchen faucet is the one that's now spinning on a whim and about to fall out. I got behind my day job, or my night job, technically speaking. My night job technically covers the entirety of the weekend as well. So I have been working nonstop for 14 hours straight today. So I didn't get a chance to do the plumbing as I was hoping in the house. So I will have to do that tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it done. It's really quick. It's literally just the flow control valve. It's like a half-hour job. I just haven't had a chance to get to it today. And I do have 2 bathrooms, so it doesn't matter. That's why you get 2 bathrooms. So when one breaks, you don't have to worry about it. Did you move in so you can fix the damn bathroom issues? I appreciate it, Jay. Look, I know what you're going to do. You're going to flood it. You're a mermaid. You want your natural habitat. You would flood the bathroom, and that would be your home. I see through your devious plots and plans. You're not fooling me. So tonight we're going to do Planet Coaster. We did Sea of Thieves last night. I had a hell of a lot of fun with it. But it ran long because when I get into that game, I kind of get engrossed and I lose track of time. And I do have a day job to go to tomorrow. And the last thing I need is to stream until 7:30 and have to be up at 8. So Sea of Thieves is probably not a good thing tonight. Planet Coaster it is. I want to try and expand on the park we've been doing. It's progressing. It's progressing. And like I said on my tweet, probably should plan it better. You are not hurt, Blue. You are not hurt. I'm not saying you're incapable. I'm saying you would intentionally flood the bathroom to give yourself a better living condition. That's a different thing. That is a different thing. So let's go ahead and get this game started, shall we? Jay, it's a joke. It's a yoke. It's a yoke because you're a mermaid. Let's go ahead and relaunch our park. Oh, and speaking of yokes, I manage, as a lot of you know, I manage the DrakPack Minecraft server. I killed a crap ton of chickens today. I had to. Easily 200 chickens. Had to do it. Absolutely had to do it. The chickens were choking the server. And we can't have any choking chickens on the server. So I got rid of them. Let me go ahead and get some music playing. How about that? You're going to egg my house after you fix the bathroom? That's not very nice. Okay, so this is where we left off. We had our country western town. We opened up the gates. A little prematurely, mind you. We're not looking to make money. This is Sandbox. I just wanted to see actual people walking in the park. I just like the look of it. So So we've got a nice big open entryway here. I'm probably going to put some seating in this area. Let me do that actually. And can I get one on the rock? Put one there. Let's see if I can get a couple of the seats. People like sitting down, and then I'll get some garbage cans. Because of pathing in the game. Set that there. We'll set that garbage can on that side. This is where the stores are, so I'm going to put a couple extra cans there. Because they're going to get their gulpy drink and they're going to need to throw it out. Oh, you have the next week off? That sounds nice. I actually like fixing things too. I was really looking forward to getting that done today. It just, you know, it's either that or paycheck. So I decided paycheck probably be a good idea. Okay, so this is where we left off. Obviously, we're not going to leave this huge, vast open area back here when we start filling in the rest of the park. And I think I'm going to leave these country buildings for the stores. It fits in. And I'll do some more styling of other types of buildings when I get into other areas. So sounds like, oh yeah, that sucks. I get that too. Well, I hope it works out, Jay. Okay, so this is the gift shop. This is the Just a Memento. Forget what they sold here. What did we have them set up to sell? Snow globe crystal ball and sci-fi radio. I don't know if any of those are appropriate for country western area. This music's a little on the loud side. Pull it down a little. Well, all my best, Jay. I hope it works out. I wonder if I should put something in here. The problem is now that I have the paths worked out, if I drop something in here, I'm going to have to redo all of the pathing. So I think I'm just going to keep a nice big open kind of country area for people to walk through. I think that looks kind of nice. What I do want to do though is I got to get this roller coaster. Before I move on to the next thing, I want to get this roller coaster where people actually want to ride it without throwing up. So I'm going to close it down temporarily and I'm going to see what I can do to make it a little less intense. Because right now the nausea is high, the fear is high. So I need to try and get it to where it's not. Let's go to the fear level. Now this little world like curly Q over here, the fear level's very high, 7.3. So let's see what we can do about going to editing the track. And that's mostly, in my belief anyway, because it's kind of a harsh turn. So let's see if I can encompass this area. Let's see if I can smooth all. Just smooth it all a bunch. And then we'll rerun a test and see if that makes it any better. Put another chief beef in the center. I should. On top of that, you have to worry about a dentist appointment in 2 weeks. I was at a dentist appointment a couple days ago. Dentists aren't that bad, depending on what they have to do. And even nowadays, it's not like it used to be. They have gotten really, really good at numbing pain. All right, so where's my heat maps? Here, there it is. Okay, so it's still 7.3 and 7.2.8. So what I want to do here, let me turn off the visualization so I can actually see the track. Let's edit the track, come back over here. What I think I want to do, let's see if I can pull this out. Let's see if I can pull this track out a little bit more. So if I can pull this track out, that means that this turn is going to be a little bit more gradual, and I'll move that tree so it's not in the way. Because of it, the fear factor should go down. Let me let it go by before I do the smooth, otherwise it'll explode. Okay, now I can go back to here and visualize fear. This is the 709 and 731 from the last time. They cut your gum open and saw the tooth in half and stitched that up. And you're telling me that's not so bad. Well, what are you doing? What are you having done? I guess I should ask. Because I've had some really, really fun dental work done. The gas will probably do nothing. Never believe that. Never believe that the gas does amazing things. The aftermath will be sore. It'll feel weird. Don't eat solid food. Don't chew anything. And you'll be okay. It'll be tender. And don't eat too soon. You will bite the crap out of your mouth. All right, so that's cell 731 and 709. So let's see if we can smooth this curve right here. I think is too sharp. I think that's where we're running into a little bit of a problem because we don't really have a bank here. So I'm going to turn this bank in. Right? And then I'll go over here and then I'll smooth the banking, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to turn this out more. Let's turn this out more. Because with this type of bank, it should make it a little bit less intense. Come on. I have to go above it and do this. So it's kind of a really kind of cool whip it around thing. Let's see here. 704. That's a little better. And 609. So see that the adjusting those curves to where it doesn't jerk around as much. It's now getting into the fear factor, but it's not so crazy. So let's see if we can soften this up just a little bit more. I'm probably gonna have to fix this bank here. So if you notice, see how it's kind of harsh? Let's see if we can steady this out a little bit and go from there to there. Smooth the banking. And then we'll go back to fear. Wow, you had 5 wisdom teeth? I know people that have, because I mean, obviously you've got, it's all genetics and everything else, and there's always a chance for an anomaly. Some people don't, don't have the right amount of teeth, either positive or negative. It's not totally unheard of. I gotta soften this up just a touch, but 704, I could deal with 704. 704 is just on the border of being too scary. There's no fear here. They should get a little more scared in this. Okay, so down here it gets really intense. So I gotta go this. We'll take a little ride. Okay, so we have what we have here is we've got a problem with the track being a little bit too. I think they're going a little too fast, to be totally frank. I think they're going a little bit too fast. So I wonder if I can do. Let me go back up here, right up to here. Can I, because there was a way for me to do the brakes here. So let's do the trim brakes, just a touch, and see what that does. That should slow it down just a touch. And that should help with the fear. That is an awful dream, Jay. Okay, so that did not help at all. All right, so I've got to find a way to slow this son of a bitch down. Let me go up. Can I bank this? See if I can smooth this a little bit and get some of this fear. That's the thing with the roller coasters, is you got to make sure that it's like a balance between fear and safety and exhilaration. And if you don't have the stats right, you see, I mean, you can see this ride that it's just, there aren't as many people going on it as you would like. So I want to see if I can find the right balance here. Where is the top? There it is. Okay, can I do friction brakes? Can I shrink this just like take a smaller area. Because I want to do the friction brakes, but I don't want it on a huge area. I can't do it. It's probably too inclined. Is this the same coaster from last time? Yes, it is, Biggin. And welcome, by the way. And the kind that dissolve are probably stitches. Yes, they won't really necessarily. They'll dissolve partially, and the rest of it you'll end up swallowing when you're sleeping. You won't even notice. Let me do the brakes, and if they're not, they'll pull them out, and it stings a little bit, but it's not bad. Trust me, I've had. At my age, you don't want to know the dental work you get when you get older. Just trust me, it gets worse. Okay, so we've got this down to 8.74. So it looks like I do just have to keep the brakes, keep adding in some brakes here, because it's just going too fast for them. Especially because I think it's in a cave and everything else. It's just kind of. I don't think you're helping, Angry. Jay, it's not as bad as you think. The more you think about it, the worse it's going to be. Just don't think about it. It's really not that bad. I would not steer you wrong. It will be uncomfortable, I will not lie, but it shouldn't hurt that bad. Look, I've had, I think, 4 root canals, and everyone proclaims root canals to be the worst thing in the world. They're actually not that bad. Again, you get older, things stop working. It's just kind of the nature of it. I'll do the friction brakes here, I think. I see, I can't do... This can only go on a straight and unbanked track. So I can't do friction brakes until they get down here, and he's going too fast. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get him to slow down just a touch. Because the fear factor is still a little too high in here. Holy crap! I have not seen that cheer mode in a long time. Angry sock money. What the hell are you doing, MetaHatbot? Why are you speaking in duplicates? My bot is very happy. I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell's going on there. Thank you so much. That is unbelievably generous of you, Sock Monkey. I do appreciate it. Haven't been there in a while and I deserve it. Oh, thank you. That is really, really sweet. And I love that. I love that gift that I got for Dumb and Dumber. Let's do another trim brakes. I'm just gonna see if I can slow this train down. Keep this train a little bit slower. I hate slowing a roller coaster down. It just seems counterintuitive, but if it's going too fast that people don't want to ride on it, you know, what are you going to do? But seriously, thank you again, Sock Monkey. I do appreciate it. If we can get hat tips in chat for that, that was amazing. Where's my coaster? Did it not make it? Did I slow it down too much and it didn't make it to the other end? Oh, no, there it is. All right, so we're at 8.62. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's 8.62. That's 6. Can I slow it down a little bit up here? Like, even if it's just a touch. If I can get just a little bit... This sounds like some Stranger Things music here. It's kind of cool. I'm actually kind of digging this. What song is this? Oh, and if you guys didn't know, since I switched to Pretzel, I put in a new panel underneath my stream. I believe you can tip for song requests, but nobody knows what the songs are on Pretzel. So I don't know if you want to do that, and I also don't know if I set it up right. But it will tell you what the song is. This one is called Diana's Bow by Abstraction. Let me know if it works. It's a new thing for me. I'm trying to go, you know, go a little bit legit with the music. I really miss my 80s tunes and that type of thing that I was playing a lot. But long and short of it, it's not going to be very good if my channel gets banned. So let's try and... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. Okay, that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh. Let's smooth the height out on that one. See if we can just smooth this thing out a little bit. So basically what I'm doing is it's not going as high as it was before. Now if I can kind of get a little bit of a twist. A little bit of a twist. See, this is, to me, I actually enjoy this part of the coaster designs too. So now we got a lot, you know, much smoother turn. And I actually got to smooth this out a little bit more. Let's go over here. I just destroyed 2 cars. That's what that noise was. 2 of the cars disappeared because I smoothed it while they were on it. I have to slow the roller coaster down, at least at this point. And I don't like these trees coming through here, but I'll fix that. Because it's going too fast and too small of an area, it's too scary of a ride for the people. And if it's too scary of a ride, nobody's going to go on it. In which case, what's the point? So I've got to kind of make it work, not only from a physics perspective, but also from a kind of an interest perspective for the... No, I don't want to do that. Let's go back down here. Let me see if I can... Let's see if we can come up with something a little bit creative here. Let's pull this in. Can I just get a small subsection of this? Just a small part of the track. No, why is it making me lift all of it? I have this very small section selected and I wanted to raise it or lower it, and it's trying to raise and lower the entire track, which is obstructed obviously because there's things going on. It's interesting. Okay, so let's visualize the fear. Let's see if I've got them slowed down. Let me go ahead and restart the test. That way I make sure I have a full 4-train car because I destroyed 2 of them last time. We will see. So it's going up. It's doing its thing. And what's cool is you can do the designs you want, and it's like an extra layer. You know, an extra layer to the game that I think a lot of people, you know, kind of partially don't even pay attention to. You know, it's like, not only do you want to have a ride that's cool looking and has really great effects around it and such too, but you also have to have it to where, you know, the AI will line up for it. There we go. So now we got green. It's red, but it's 6.81. That's acceptable. I could do 6. And this is green. Oops. Let's get out of that tunnel. I really wish I had a little bit more speed going into this at this point, but maybe I can get rid of one of the brakes. Let's do that track. Yeah, I'd rather do this track because I want them to see the water underneath. So I'll get rid of that one set of brakes. Since I made the adjustment at the top, I think it slowed it down enough to where, because I want this to kind of be the exciting part. You must go into hiding. What, are you in debt now, Isaac? Did the gambling thing get you? I do have a plan at some point to use those metabucks, but I have to figure out how to program my bot first. Okay, so that fear factor now is 6.82, which is good. 6.85, which is good. Because I want it to be scary. I want it to be between 6 and 7. The problem is before it was like 9, and that was too much. Okay, so I think we've got 7.04 as the high point. Let's see if more people go on this ride now. So that's the fear. Excitement. Let's do an excitement test and see how the coaster performs on that. Glad I'm on. You only got 2 more nights of freedom before reporting for the start of the school year. Oh, I miss school. so I can't say it. I just absolutely love school. I love learning new things. I love meeting new people, talking and socializing and that type of thing. So, but that considered, it is, I'll miss you. I can say that much. You will, Jay. You will. Okay, so we've got the excitement a little bit high there. That's good. So the excitement's in the green. I don't like that it's in the red, but the fear was too high before. Okay, so we go a little green towards the end. We got a good 8.5 excitement right at the end of the rate, at the end of the track. We got a couple high points, so I think that'll be pretty good. The nausea rating. Let me do a quick run on nausea rating, see if people are going to throw up. You like working? I do too. You know, I'd prefer doing a different job than what I've been doing lately, because I've been in the same position for 13 years, 12, 13 years with the same company. You know, so I'd like it to be a little bit different. That's one of the reasons I took up streaming. It gives me more variety. Okay, so nausea is getting a little bit high in this area. I'll just make sure to throw an extra couple garbage cans out there. Put this up. Let's see if they come down. Let's see where the... I just want to get a ballpark. If the nausea rating goes too high, then I'll have to make adjustments. And usually what you do with that is you worry about vertical and lateral G-forces to make sure that they don't feel too much of that, you know, that stomach tossing around. Okay, so let's do previous run data. I'll stop the test, and this way I can just check the lateral G-forces. So you can see in the nausea places, you can do the lateral and the vertical G-forces, and you'll see that they usually correspond with the nausea. So if you keep the G-forces lower, it'll make them happier. Well, it'll make them less sick. How about that? And as far as the speed of the coaster, we're running around, you know, 13 to 15 meters a second. Not super fast, but should be good enough. So let me go ahead and stop editing that, and I'm going to reopen the track. And let's see, now that we've got it reopened, if we can get more people on it. Okay, move those trees because that's was on the path part. Okay, now that this is open, we'll have more people coming back over to this side of the park, hopefully. Oh, wow, look at this. They're running to it. So a couple adjustments that I did on the track, basically, is I smoothed out, you know, some of the curves. And then I added a couple brakes, just in the points where the fear was too high. Just slow it down a touch, not a lot. Time was spent getting mad over Professor taught you how to pick up a pencil. Well, I mean, learning how to pick up a pencil is a good skill to have. The math that they teach in school does suck, because most of the time you're not going to use 90% of that again, depending on what career you go into. Statistics, though, is exceptionally useful, and it is amazing how few people actually know how to do it, because it's tricky. But if you can do stats, there's a lot of demand for that out there in the real world. I kind of like how I have this curve going up. You know, most roller coasters, you downward spiral. I like the fact that this kind of takes an upward turn, goes down, and then pulls itself back up to the... So it looks like we're actually getting... Whoa, I'm underneath the track. We're actually getting a line here, chat. So those minor changes I did to the coaster seem to have a pretty good impact on the fun factor for the coaster. Let's see if Kenneth Aldrich enjoys the ride. We're going to watch him. Look at that hair. Do art for a living, never going to use stats? It's a fair point. I think you'd be surprised. Life takes turns. Oh, I forgot to move that tree, so I got to move that so it doesn't clip into the coaster. So now I can see I could take over Kenneth Aldrich and look at his beautiful wife. We're sister. We don't know. See, it's still got a pretty good coaster feel to it, even though it's slowed down. So he says it's a really good value. Of course it is. It was free. It was free. Remember, I changed the price. Or actually, no, it wasn't. Oh, that's his money. That's not the coaster. Where's the configuration? Finances. Yeah, I made it $0. So now that we've reopened and we've got some interest, I'm making it $12 a ride. I make it $12 a ride. Let me see if people balk at the price or if they get on. Now that we got a little bit of word of mouth here. Oh, look at this. They're paying 12 bucks. Enjoy that coaster. So yeah, basically I took a coaster that was completely and totally useless in my park and a couple minor tweaks. And now it's pulling me in $12 a rider. So that's the part of this. If you ever want to get into this game and you want to make your own rides, scenery, the queue scenery is a big part of it. And you can actually, I'm trying to remember where, that's not the building, I think it's the ride itself. There is a, yeah, here it is. Prestige is based off the queue scenery rating. So having scenery around the queue that you're lined up in will help with, you know, people wanting to go and see the ride. And that'll help with the prestige. And also the newness of the ride is the prestige. And it'll tell you the queue time and such. So this scenery rating down here, the better prestige you have on the ride, the more people will actually come to your park and the people will go on the ride. So you want to always try and do high prestige rides. Even something so simple as this. If you notice, I have 100% queue scenery rating. And because of that, even though the prestige is low, primarily because the queue time is long and it's old. The ride was the first one that I built. So what I could hypothetically do is I can go into maintenance. I can do a complete refurbishment, which will shut the ride down and it'll help boost. It's been 5 months since it was refurbed. It'll help boost the prestige. The other thing I can do is, instead of waiting for a certain load time or minimum and maximum, I can adjust the speeds to make sure that it's completely full before it goes. Let's double check and make sure it gets completely full. Just as a quick test, it should, with the placement of the entry and exit, this should get completely full. Sometimes when you do these types of rides, especially when there's a lot of walking around the edge to get to the back and they fill from front to back, sometimes you'll end up with your maximum load time getting passed before everyone gets on. So you want to take a look at these types of things. And it looks like the ride is getting full. And I could have sworn there was a way for me to adjust. Oh, here's the sequence. Okay, so I can, if I want to, shut the ride down, eliminate a couple of these steps, and then that queue will go away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close it. I'm going to do a refurb. Everybody off. Everybody off. And while the refurb is going on, I'm going to do a spin with canopy in between with another spin, and I'm going to drop off a couple spin with canopies, and I'm going to throw a spin at the end. So basically what this is doing is it's making the ride shorter. So that's essentially, because the ride's going to be shorter, I should be able to get more people on it. So we got my mechanic here taking his sweet ass time getting over here to do the maintenance on it. And he's going to do a full on refurb for the ride. And that should boost the prestige back up. If you remember, it was like 2.5. Like a 1.5, 2.5 star or something like that before. You know, come over here, just do a little work in the side. You know, because this is the way you refurbish your ride. All you need is a screwdriver and a drill. If you have a screwdriver and a drill, you can refurbish any ride. You'll get your 1-year sub during TwitchCon? Oh, that'd be awesome. I can't wait to go. I'm looking forward to that. Wow, he refurbed that quick. All right, so let's see what this, oh, I got to do a test run. You always have to do a test run after you get it refurbed. So we'll just do a quick run through. I can't wait to go to TwitchCon. I'm anxious, to be totally frank. Just because, you know, it's a long trip for a whole bunch of people I've never met actually in person. But GuardianCon worked out pretty well, so we'll see how TwitchCon goes. I gotta get business cards made though. I never had Meta Hatter business cards made. I need to have those because supposedly people give those out because it's a networking event and you gotta rub elbows with the, you know, yeah, you never know. You might need a partner. You know, there might be one of those fancy partners that come up to you and say, "Hi, Mazizzy, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm making roller coasters." So yeah, TwitchCon should be fun, and I'm going up early. I'm flying out late, so I'll be able to do things at night. Should be a good time. Should be a really good time. So I'm shortening this ride up. We'll see if we can get more people on it. Maybe that queue won't be as long. I do need to start making more rides for these people though. I love the fact that I'm only selling them cowboy hats. Except this guy. This guy, Code Monkey. Code Monkey got in early. Actually, Code Monkey, I think if I'm not mistaken, that might actually be a person. I think that might be a person. If I'm not mistaken, in this game, you can visit other people's parks. Okay, so now that this is done, now that I've got my testing done on this, let's go ahead and open this. And when you do, your little avatar that you create in the beginning walks around. When am I flying in? I'm flying in Thursday. It's a nonstop flight though, so it's not bad because I get the 3 hours back flying west. So it's not terrible. But I cannot believe the deal I got for that flight. If they cancel it, I'm going to riot. See, and then this one is probably going to be the same thing. I'm down to 2 prestige because it's been a while since I did the refurb on it. It's been 5 months for this as well. Yeah, I have to, there's a lot of stuff I've got to coordinate with. There are other people that want to meet me and stuff. I'm not sure what the plans are. I'm kind of winging it. But I hope to have it figured out in the next month or so. Sock Monkey going in on Wednesday. I was thinking about it, but the way, when I worked out the flights, it would have cost me, to come in on Wednesday, it would have cost me an extra $300. It was $250 round trip, nonstop for me, from Florida to California. And it would have been $550 just to go a day earlier. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll fly in Thursday. Not only that, but the Wednesday flight would have had a layover. Would have had an hour and a half layover. So I'm like, nope. I'd rather just check my bags, get on the plane, go to sleep. And I think I fly out Monday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I fly out Monday afternoon. Or Monday. Actually, I think it's Monday red eye, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look though. I usually like doing red eyes coming from California back, just because I'm going to sleep on the plane anyway, and I'm losing 3 hours, so it helps me kind of get my sleep back on, because I got to work the next day. Okay, so let's see if this has changed my prestige at all. My prestige is crap. My prestige is crap, chat. All right. Crap prestige means $4. Getting it for a discount. It's a shorter ride now, so the people aren't going to be as happy. So let's see if we can get people through this queue quicker. Obviously, the ride's not as long. It's not going to have as high prestige, but we're going to see what we can do. Long story short, I need more rides in this park. You going to cry when you say bye? I might too. Or I might cry when I say hi. You never know. What do I want to do next? I want to, you know what I need to have? I need an info booth or something up here, don't I? There's first aid. I don't want to do any real actual design work on it. So let's do this. Let's go edit the building with the selected part. And then I'm going to put my first aid station here. And I'm going to integrate it with the main building. And then what else do I need? ATMs, ticket booths. I already have that at the entrance. That's the park entrance. We got it. Staff management building we have on the other side. Ooh, you can make hotels? I'm going to have to look into that. That's kind of cool. Small attractions. So there's like crane machines. Oh, a Zoltan fortune machine? Really? You can do Zoltan? Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I'll have to save that for something. And then we probably want restrooms in the beginning, right? Get rid of Zoltan. We definitely probably need a restroom right here at the entryway. So we got first aid, we got restroom, and we want a if they want food, they're gonna have to come in there. Let's see, where is the... Hey, Hogo, welcome. I walked in on a bunch of tears. We're talking about TwitchCon. They're already talking about how it's going to end. All right, so I got to bring this grid down to 2 meters if I want things to line up. So let's move this here, move this here. And I want my information booth. I do want my information booth at the park entrance. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then I need to, what is this one called? Cast stone wall. So let's go to building. And let's see if we can find the ones that match. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this one with the window just to make it look like it's somewhat unique, like there's something going on with it. Is that really the wall that I'm using? Yes, it is. All right, so I need to find a fascia that's going to match that. Cast stone wall 4 meters lower. So that's the one that I'm using. I need to find one with I need to find an arch or an entryway. I need to find a wall that's actually going to kind of match that. There we go. Lower wall archway. That's what I'm looking for. Just for right now. And then this color I need. This. You cried so much before, during, and after Snivy left. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to meet the snake and the vampire and the peoples all in person for the first time. Just bear with me here. Let's put these in now. And I'm going to see if I can decorate that somehow with another storefront that'll still blend in a little bit, because I don't want it to look like this other facade, that brick facade is there. I'm hoping it'll be fun. I mean, I'm an old fuddy-duddy, so I don't know how well I'm gonna fit in, to say the least. But I'll do what I can to try and keep up. The damn youngsters. Okay, so this is not going to work like that. Let's just do a black one. Hey, Lady Dwinner, how are you? It's 8 a.m. here, so if you randomly disappear, went to work, wanted to say at least hi, well, I appreciate you stopping by. Will you meet me too, Mrs. Z, if you are there? I would hope so. I would hope so. I need to find the storefront. I can't remember what they call. It's not like a normal arch. They have like a name for the things that are designed for in front of stores. Like wall pieces. Okay, so the shop window display. Shop front, that's it. See if I can find a shop front that works. Yeah, that's not it. And that's going to override what I have. See, this is the normal panel wall, which is kind of boring. I wonder if I can find one that's going to work. Got a Venetian wall. Metal paneling. Need to find something that works here, chat. Rooming with Snivy and Pre? Oh wow, then yeah, you'll definitely meet me then. Because I honestly think that if I don't meet Snivy and Wistful, they will kill me. And they won't even be taking turns. It'll be simultaneously just murder. Flat out, just brutal. You want to spend as much time with him as possible? Snivy? I might be able to get away with this. I might be able to get away with this if I color it. It's modern brick wall. I think that's probably going to be the only shop front that I'm going to be able to use that's going to work for this. So obviously I can't use this for this, but I just want to say modern wood wall. Okay. So that's the station surround. So essentially, I'm going to have to keep these arches for the bathroom and the first aid station. And then this modern wood wall won't let me paint it. Son of a... Oh, thank you for stopping by, Panther. It's nice to see you. Oh, this is frustrating, chat. That is not... I want to fill this in. I do not like how this looks. So I have one other possibility. Bear with me here, chat. I got an idea. We can always do this. I don't like how that's clipping. What the hell? Really, game? But if I offset it and sync it, I might be able to get away with the aesthetic. I mean, I like the fact that I picked this for my entryway, but I may have to change it up when it comes into the building. I might have to change it up when it comes into the park because this facade doesn't have the pieces I need. Let me rotate this 180 degrees. So it's making it look a little bit strange because it doesn't quite fit. Let me think. And again, this arch is getting cut off. What can I do? What can I do? All right, I'm going to scrap all of this. I'm going to keep the stores because those are the stores I want to put. But I'm going to scrap all this and I'm going to rethink. Let's get rid of those. I got to get rid of that path because that is not right. Get rid of those. Back here, edit the building with the selected part, and move this back. All right, Biggin. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh, I'll definitely be on before TwitchCon. TwitchCon's at the end of September. So that's the grid height. I do my grid size down to 1 meter. See if maybe I can do something. I just don't like how this is like restricting me. I'm going to do this as a separate building, I think, chat. My original plan is becoming, my hopes and dreams are being crushed from my original plan, so we're just going to have to try something else. So I might have to figure out a different building style. Let's see if we can get some ideas for shops and facilities. Not in my blueprints. I want to go to shops and facilities, blueprints. See, they have like these little standalone ones that you can drop in the middle. And then this is the default kind of one that they give you. It's kind of a cool idea. And I like it because they kind of put the dumpster in the back. You know, so it kind of makes it look kind of neat. There's a pirate version, so when you're doing piracy stuff, you can have little cannons exploding. And then, of course, they've got like the fantasy information booth. So I can do like a totally different building style here. Well, thank you, Biggin. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night. Okay, I'm not sure I need the bathroom. So let's do this. I'm just going to make a brand new building. I'm going to use the information booth as an example. See if we can come over here. Okay. And then what kind of paneling can I use? So if I go to building, get rid of that. These are the wall types that we have. Now I want to have something that's kind of semi-modern that I can make purple, can make colorable. So like the wood buildings, the wood walls didn't work. I don't think the brick is colorable. Oh, the brick is colorable. Ooh, in kind of fun ways too. Okay, so the classic brick is an option. Classic brick is an option. Let's see what other options we might have. Classical walls. No, that's not the style I want. The crypt wall is a little too... Firehouse wall, I don't know. Can I paint that? Oh, actually, I can paint that one good. I can paint the grout. Firehouse wall might work. I'm just doing this real quick to see kind of what I can color and what I can't. All right, Jay, thank you so much. I hope you feel better. I really do. Okay, so the brick is an option. The firehouse wall is an option. And then we have like the diner wall, which is kind of cool. It's almost like a futuristic. And actually, let me rotate this. It's kind of got a futuristic vibe to it, but it's also like a retro futuristic, like a Tomorrowland kind of style. You know, because it's got that diner look to it. And depending on how I accessorize it, it might be pretty cool. So that's an option. Gingerbread, no. Gozer temple wall, no. Haunted house wall, nope. Lime plaster. I don't think that'll look right if I dye it. Let's get purple. No, see, that doesn't look right. So that one's not going to work. I just need to come up with kind of what the theme of the of the main thoroughfare prior to getting to the hub of the park, what that's going to look like. And I should have thought about this more ahead of time, but yeah, no. And then, the normal panel walls, but those are completely plain. I don't want to do that. I mean, I could do that and then I could manually decorate it. That's an option as well, in all honesty. I might end up doing that. And then there was the rough concrete, sandstone, smooth concrete, which has got really nothing to it. And then the Victorian walls are kind of cool. Actually, I might do the Victorian. because the Victorian is going to give me the pieces that I need. And they're colorable. So if I wanted to make the purple, you see what I mean? I think the Victorian are going to work. And I kind of want to do like a Victorian theme for the center of the park anyway. All right, Sock Monkey, thank you so much for coming out. All right, so I'm going to do the Victorian for the buildings up front, I think. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. So let me figure out what color palette I want to use for this. So we could do like a really white and purple, which is kind of my thing on Twitch. And then this little highlight up here, I think we'll do white on that as well. Okay, and this is where the signs and such go. So I might do maybe a slightly different shade of purple there. I actually kind of like how that looks. Okay, so we got the information booth that we needed. Let me go back to my shops and facilities. I wanted to put, what, first aid. Right? I want to do first aid and I wanted to do a bathroom. Oops, that wasn't a bathroom, that was the second first aid. Okay, so now we got the bathroom and the like. This was the Victorian wall, so I'll go back to buildings. Back to Victorian. Now I can do these doorways. And obviously you're going to see the tile for the bathroom in there. It's just kind of one of the ways that it does it. So, go back to my recent colors. Okay, so this is the white. This is the purple. This here should be the darker shade of purple, I think. Yeah. And this here can be... Why would they not make that line up, chat? Legitimately, why would they not make that line up? This is the wrong color purple. You see what I'm talking about? These are both parts of the same set. They don't connect. I mean, it's kind of nice if you're doing a city street, but stream is laggy when you put it on auto, but not when you put it on source. That's weird. I mean, I am running at 6K, but because I stream at ungodly hours at night, I do get transcoding, even as an affiliate. So the one advantage of streaming when everyone else is asleep. Okay, so that is the same color. It was just selected. So I got to try and figure out how I can make this not look like crap. Especially considering color palette doesn't match. I really don't like that, chat. I do not like that. I might have to put a buffer in between it. Because see, this matches. That matches. This needs to align to surface. I could do things like this and find ways to bridge the gap. If I needed to. It's really weird how the storefront and the doorway don't match up. Very, very strange. They're usually really, really good about that too. I'll do that. Put them behind a cage. So let's go ahead and duplicate this here. I think because of the fact that I have them on either side, it might make it work okay. And then I need to have this look like it's a Victorian building. Really? Is that not going to line up either? Wow. All right, I'm going to have to pick a different side wall too. All right, let's see what we got. Let me see. Don't want to do a cast stone brick wall. I mean, to be totally frank, this cast stone wall might work. Let me set my grid to 2 meters. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the cast stone wall because it'll match up the front. I like the Victorian. It's just not matching up with the... Oh, wait, the cast stone. Yeah, okay, and I used the normal walls for this. Okay. So let's get rid of these. Frustrating as it is. I thought I saw a storefront one, didn't I? Yeah, okay. There's the storefront one. Okay, so yeah, this is the one that I had on the front. So this will work. I didn't realize they had that before. For some reason, I didn't see it. Let me copy this. Go up in here. And then this here I can make white. And this up there. I think we'll do that gray. Black looks weird. Let's do the A1. Let's do that. Duplicate that over here. Okay, so I should be able to select all of these. And there was a way that I could merge this with another building. Let me do this. Can I? Edit the building with the selected part. I'm trying to remember how I can join those two buildings together now, because I want them to line up. Actually, you know what I can do? I can do this. I want to move this entire building. I'm just going to do this manually, because I kind of like them being separate buildings. There we go. Okay, so this is the cast stone wall 4 meter lower. Okay, which means I can come over to this side now. I'd like the building to look bigger than it is. Just because the building itself, you wouldn't think that it would just end right there. Usually there's, you know, staff areas and such in the back. And then this is a panel roof flat. Where's panel roof? Okay, and then the color, I made the color of this green intentionally because I wanted it to kind of blend in with the trees. So the planning of this was that the roof, when you look at it, the building kind of disappears. And I'm gonna frame that out a little bit better. I just made that staff building a while ago. I'm gonna maybe put some organic, like maybe some wood around the edges of that. Or I may actually take the same framing and put it over there. But I wanted it to be green so it would kind of blend in with the trees and you would kind of lose the trees in the process. And then I gotta move this. There we go. Let me duplicate this. really don't like that. And that bothers me a lot. Which means I've got to raise this, which bothers me even more because now... what can I do here, chat? I mean, I know I can fix this. With a 180-degree turn, I can fix... Actually, no, that broke the front style. All right, I'm going to pull this forward by 1. Let's see if that helps. I think that works. I don't like how this sticks up through the roof. That is very, very strange. I don't remember that happening before when I was doing this type of stuff. So I'll have to research that and find out why that clips exactly there. For right now, I'll deal with it. And then what I was doing before is I was taking these trees. And I can add that to that building. And since this is on this building now, I can duplicate it. Again, I'm trying to kind of give a weird perspective from the viewers down below, because this top part is only stuff we'll see. So people that are observing the park and walking by, I'll probably put something up here to make it look a little bit more unique, but I also want the trees. I want to hide the Western rides. That's kind of the plan anyway. So I'm going to put a sign up here and talk about how this is first aid and restroom and the like. See if we can do something with this. And signs. Find a restroom sign. That is a big restroom sign. I don't think I need one that large. Put that there. And then info booth. That there. Okay, first and foremost, that's the bathroom. We don't want people peeing in the first aid center. There we go. Not overly fancy. Set the advertised destination. Confirm. And this set the advertised destination to that. Confirm. This is the advertised destination to that bathroom. There we go. Now we have some basic building. And I should be able to. It's going to mess up all my pathing, chat. See what it does to my paths? I'm going to have to leave it here. Even though there's a little bit of a space here, I'm going to have to leave it here. Just because of that pathing problem. I have to make sure that those 3 paths connect. And that'll be a nightmare to change, unfortunately. Fighting with the pathing in this game is probably my biggest nemesis. I do need to fix the color here. Because this wall is not the right color. It should be white. Same with this here. It should be white, and then this should be purple. There we go. So now we got a little bit of, some things for people to see when they first come in. This is the employee break area. I kind of want that a little more secluded, I think. I kind of want that a little more secluded. I'm trying to think what I want to do with it, though. Let me edit the building. Let me go here. Let me cut this down to 2 meters. And I'm going to space this up. Because if you notice, this was spaced off a little bit. So me doing this now makes it look kind of like it's intentional. And it's a little closed in, but I have an idea. So we'll see what I can do with this in a second. I'll go ahead and put the roof in here. I want to add this to this other building. Okay, so if I take this, can I copy it to a clipboard? Okay, so I can duplicate this. Okay, put that there. Now I can choose this, split it from the building, move it. And then there was a way for me with this building. Click to add or remove that. Is that it? No, that's just add or remove from selection. All right, so I'll just find that piece again. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to experiment with the UI and see if I can figure out what I'm doing. This was cast stone wall. And the one with the entryway. Actually, this has a single door. I can do this. Let's go to Okay, this is going to be troublesome. Again, I'm running into the issue with this, with the roof clipping. So let me go ahead and here and then terrain. Flatten the foundation. Go ahead and shrink this down. And I'm going to fix that, try and fix that path to where it actually comes through this door. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but this is what I do in this game is I experiment. Just try new things. Edit this building. Can I change this grid down to next to nothing, maybe? No, that's still not going to let me move this the way I want it. It's still going to clip. First and foremost, let me get this color right. Okay, let me see if I can get this pathing corrected. While I am in here, standard asphalt strip. Let's get rid of that. Can I not make it smaller than 4 meters? And then line to grid. Deselect the grid. The pathing in this game is annoying, chat. It's really freaking annoying. All right. Pass. See, I should be able to connect that. Doesn't let me connect it. So I'm going to have to go on a curve, even though I didn't want to. And then the one thing is, because they're on a path here, because this is a path, if I'm not mistaken, they will literally walk right through this. They'll walk right through that wall. So one of the things that I have done before, I had found out about it a long time ago in the scenery section. You just find a trash can. Not that trash can. They call it bins. I'm just going to take a park bin. Put it right there. And hopefully that means that they'll walk around it. And they'll only go out the exit. Because they won't walk through a garbage can. That's one thing that that's always kind of been a go-to in this game. Is people they'll walk around a garbage can. So me having that there means that they're going to go through the door, which is exactly what I want. And then I can take this. Let me go back to editing the building. Duplicate this. See if I can get an angle of this so that way I can actually 2 meters. There we go. So now we've got a staff entrance. It's not quite as noticeable when you're coming into the park. And what I'll do is I'll throw some trees in there. Actually, I could probably use the birch trees. Just make it all. Because again, I kind of want this to blend in a bit. I don't want it to be blatantly obvious where the nature starts and the building ends, you know, and vice versa. And then I can do another small tree. I'll figure out where in the pathway I can do another tree and do some ornamentation and such, because obviously we want the entranceway of this park to look better. What other signs do we have? A big old hamburger. Chief beef. I want to find something that's like a park sign, something that has to do more with the park itself. I don't want a big Planet Coaster sign because this isn't Planet Coaster. Pip Shot Drink for Life. These are all beverage signs and for shops. Is there any other more? I mean, because like got the big old King Coaster statue. Big old hot dog. A nice classic archway. Is there like posters maybe? Okay, so these are posters on stands. I mean, I could. If I'm clever. Which is a stretch. Security. There we go. We're going to put a big security sign right in the front entryway of our park. So that way people know you're not getting away with anything here. Captain Lockjaw, Gulpy. Just to get a little bit of decoration at the entryway. That's all. For now, I almost definitely will change this. And then there was a Kraken over here. Lower this so it's out of the way. And Octoposter. I have not done the Octoposter yet. And again, this is just me kind of putting in filler placeholder stuff for right now. And then I want to do nature. I want to do bushes. I want to try and find some things I can put in the front of the park here. And is there like a smaller bush that I can put in between? One that'll actually work with that? Nope. 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 Might help if I actually looked at what it was. That actually might work. I can change the colors. Let's go with the more of the purples. And maybe a little bit of like a light blue. Demand a shrubbery. You actually want 2 shrubberies. They work best in pairs. And then if I wanted to, I could get, and this is where you can really start getting creative with your entryways. It's like I can come in here and, wasn't under scenery, it was under this. Let's go. Is it wood planks, I think? Oh, gotta go to all. And then there's like a 4-meter wooden plank that if I wanted to, I could go in here and do this. Oops. Go this. Then I can do angle snap 15 degrees. Make sure I got that angle right. I can come in here. And take what was something that was completely and totally just random. And I can make it part of like a planter. If I do advance, move, and duplicate, it'll let me do. Literally move it exactly to the other side of the park without any changes. And I'll place that, and then what I'll do is I can move the plants inside, because obviously I placed that plant in a different place than I did on the other side. But it'll help me to get the planter perfectly aligned. And then I can go back to scenery. Nope, building. There should be like a 2-meter plank. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to click that. Sorry. Building. 2-meter plank. Let's try and get it actually lined up. Yeah, come over here, make sure that I've got set about right. And this, then I can come back over here. Okay, that gives us the, I can take this, let's rotate it a little bit. Bring it behind. Sorry, I'm using a slightly different control scheme than what I'm normally used to, so it's going to be a little shaky. So now you got a little bit of a planter coming in. I think it'll make it a little bit nicer. And then if I wanted to, I think control. No, I'm gonna have to do this. This is gonna suck because the auto select on this selects everything. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Did that legitimately pick only what I wanted? Thank you. See, even when you don't get anywhere near selecting it, it still wants to select it for you. It's kind of annoying. Now I can take these. Just kind of step it off. What do I apologize? Mean like you play games fine, the overall entertainment value more than makes up for any hiccups you might have? It's force of habit. You know, I'm a perfectionist by nature, as much as I hate to say it. Because I know nothing's perfect. It's still, I want to do the best. I set myself up to wanting to do, you know, do right every time I do something. You know, that's kind of the reason. It's silly. I full well know that, and it doesn't make sense because nobody's perfect, but it's just instinctively something that I've always done. So now we've got, we're getting there, Chad. I think we got a better looking entrance. It's still not what I'm looking for yet. It's still getting there, but it's better than it was. So we got a little bit of an entryway for people to come into. It's still very green. It's kind of plain because I don't have, again, what I want to do is I want to open this up. I want to do like a Victorian something in the center. So that's kind of like, because the Meta Hatter kind of theme that I'm going for down the road, I think is going to be not steampunk, because steampunk is like meh to me. It's there's so many people that have just played steampunk out in my mind, that everything that I used to think was cool about it now is just kind of, you know, Chinese knockoff cosplay items. And, you know, the people that handcraft it, notwithstanding, those people obviously have exceptional talent, and I give nothing but the best kudos for them. But I don't know, steampunk just has negativity associated with it now that didn't used to exist. So because of that, I don't want to do that for my particular channel. What I'm hoping to do is something that's more, that is somewhat Victorian, not copper. So kind of with my thematic thing that I'm kind of envisioning, and I want to try and do some character design work for Meta Hatter and the like. I want it to be Victorian because I do like I love the clothing style, the Victorian clothing style, but I don't want to do Victorian coupled with steam powered copper machines, or clockwork, because that is, to me, that's other people's shtick. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Again, not knocking it per se. It's just, it would not be authentic to me. So the thinking that I have is that there's gotta be, I'm trying to see if I can get this path. There's a trick if you hold down the Z key that you can kind of play around and try and get the path straightened out. God damn it, I keep right clicking. I want to try and find something that's me, that fits with the Victorian that I like, doesn't do the copper and clockwork, because like I said, that's not me. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with that, because I love Victorian and I love sci-fi. And to me, the clockwork thing, the standard steampunk look is, oh, okay, so I gotta fix that. That's gonna be annoying. Oh, that's gonna break everything, chat. I hate the pathing system in this game. So I'm trying to find a way that I can take Victorian and throw more of a kind of modern take on sci-fi, not like a throwback take on sci-fi together. And that's kind of the feel I want to have for my character and for my channel, because I am old, so the Victorian thing kind of works, and I love sci-fi, and I love science, and I love that type of thing, but I don't want to do it like everybody else. So that's kind of my thinking on it. And I've got a couple ideas, and I'm trying to find character artists that'll do it the style that I want to do. 99% of the character, if you look up, say, Twitch channel character designer, 99% of them are going to be anime characters. And I don't want anime. Again, it's what everyone else is doing. So I'm trying to find a character artist that's really unique and really stands out. And, if I got to pay a premium for it, then, whatever, I'll find a way to pay for it. Just because I want to be, something that's representative of me. And I don't think you can shortchange that, Go ahead and put that tree there. Kind of like how the country is going this way. I like this entryway here now. I want to put a couple bushes in here though, because this is too plain. Just my normal bushes. So it's something that's coming. I've got a lot of ideas that I'm going to be moving forward with on the channel. Forest bushes is what I'm looking for. I want to be more serious with my streaming in the future. It's been very casual and it's been very laid back. To be completely and totally frank, my night job is stressing me out beyond belief. I really don't like the fact that if I want to make plans for an evening, like say to stream or to do something, to hang out with people or travel or anything like that, that I don't have that free time. So I'm going to be trying my best to get away from the night job. Hit me up on Discord about it later. Okay, sounds like a plan. So I'm going to be trying to be a little bit more, definitely, I'm going to be looking at this more of a potential replacement for the night job if I can get to that point. Obviously, the night job's been a boon for me for 16 years. Actually over 16 years. I have been working literally 24/7, 365. No holidays off, with the exception of when I ask for them off. And I am beat. I want to make my own schedule. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment. I'm trying to juggle. It's like a chicken and egg kind of thing right now for me, because I need the night job to be able to support the streaming. And I can't do the streaming to the level that I want because of the night job. So it'll be a little bit rough around the edges, but you should see me doing more and more to try and make the stream better in the near future. I don't think I like these. Those are the same flowers I used before. God, none of these plants freaking work well together. This is the same situation I have with Garden Flipper. It's like they give you variety, but it's only like 2 things that work well together. And then the rest of it's kind of like paired off with 2 other things. Let me just duplicate this. So you'll see, I've got a lot of ideas. I want to redo my intro. I want to do my outro. I want to change my bumpers. I'm going to do all that. I've gotten better and better over time with After Effects. I'm going to be working on teaching myself Blender. I had done 3D years ago, so I knew 3D Studio, I knew Maya, but I never got into Blender. And to be totally frank, me as an individual, I can't afford paying for a 3D Studio license. Why is this here? What in the hell are you doing, game? Okay, so that seemed to fix it. So that fixed that entryway. I don't know what that was. That was weird. So I want to start getting into 3D again. I want to start doing some 3D stuff for myself. And you can see a little bit on my intro video that I did. Just a Memento 3 has been empty for a while. The guy quit. I haven't been training my staff. Vendor and route, Christian Cobb. Okay, Christian. Holy crap, that's Christian. You. No wonder you're moving so slow. Okay, the happiness on the staff stuff isn't real happy, so I haven't been paying attention to this because I've been designing while the park's open. So let me just go ahead and do energy levels low. I'm just going to train everybody and give them a lot of money because it doesn't matter. This is sandbox mode. And $100 for you. But I have a lot of ideas for the channel, and again, I want to be more serious about it. I'm not going to go full on, you know, Gothalion lyric style production value in hours because I don't have that time. Again, I've got a chicken and egg situation that I'm dealing with right now to where I still have to do my night job. But you'll see some things coming up. I want to make it more entertaining. I like being chill. I like being relaxed. And I think that there's more things I can do to make the stream entertaining as I go. Maybe new games, maybe invest in, you know, some new ideas on the creative side of things, and maybe some arranging to work with some other streamers to do things. Little competitions, those types of things, we'll see. Like I said, I've got ideas. Okay, so that finishes up, I think, the entryway, at least for now. It's not ideal. And yeah, I know that's clipping on this side, but to be totally frank, that's inside the building. Nobody's really going to see that. I think it's more important that it looks good out here. I need a garbage can out here. Let's see if I can find a bin. For the theme park as a whole, oh, they have recycling bins. I mean, I kind of like the vintage bins. They're kind of cool looking. Just doesn't fit with this entryway. Spooky bin, sci-fi bin with the, I guess, sponsored by Google, Android. It's a regular park bin. Can I color that? Yes, I can. So we'll do this. Come on. Let me put it where I want to put it, damn it. There. That's what I wanted. Let's make it purple. And I need benches. But not here. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the Back to the Future. It's like the middle part of the car. That's what that is. It says it's a cabin, so when I did a search for bin, it found it. Okay, so we did country. Let me see what I want to do for the next part of the park. We have, where is the, not the buildings, because I want to find things that have actually a scenery pack with them to a certain degree. So we have Fairy Tale, Festive, Pirate, Planet Coaster, Sci-Fi, Western. And then there's also, okay, that's for the restaurants and stuff. There's also content packs that are like spooky, and the World's Fair and vintage and studios. So if you want to do like a Universal Studios type thing to where you're doing movie sets and those types of things, you can go in here. It'll give you like, you know, car chases and film crew and someone, you know, with a camera on a tripod and that type of thing. You can do that type of a theme if you want to. The vintage is kind of cool because it's all like old school circus style. And the light box lettering is really cool. I might do this for my entrance. Actually, let me do that real quick. I'm going to use these vintage lettering, the light box lettering, for the entryway to the park. Because I really don't like how the signs... The one thing in this game is the signs that they give you that you can customize. The fonts never look right. See how it's all kind of... Bleh. So let me see if I can do that. Let me go edit the building. And then... the hell did they call it? It was in the vintage thing. Thought it was lightbox letters. More filters. Scenery theme. Nope. Content packs. Vintage. Oh, it was in scenery, not building. My bad. Lightbox lettering. Let's see if we can do it with this. Wow, these are big. So let's start with the V. How about that? Start with the V. And come up here. I'm going to have to line these up again because they're not snapping properly. But I can do that after. And actually what I could do, let me do this. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I think if I go to here, let's do the coloring first. I got an idea here. We got, this is the outside edge. Outside edge, I want white. Instead of that pink, I want purple. Instead of the yellow, I want white. Instead of this on the outside edge, we want like a gold? No, that's white, sorry. We'll do white there too. Let's just do white and purple. And then we'll do okay. Now if I do duplicate an advanced move, if I have this still selected, click, didn't save the colors. Son of a... But it did keep the advanced move. So the location's in the same place, the colors change. The colors, I got to copy. So that's fine. That's fine. This is still a good sign. This way I don't have to worry about horizontal, like the vertical and Z alignment. It'll all be right. I can do this. This here. Set this up as an E. Duplicate this over here. And I'm probably going to have to move all of these slightly to the left because the T, A, and V tighten up together. Just because of the way the letters are shaped. And E, R, S, and E are all full width. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment for that. But I may not have to because M may be wide enough to make up for it. Yeah, M might be wide enough. All right, so now go ahead and escape out of that. I really wish there was a way for me just to copy the color palette. You know what I mean? Just where like I could right click on this and just copy the entire color palette for it. That to me would be great. But thankfully, I'm doing just white and purple, so it should be pretty straightforward. Can I multi-select all of these and do the colors at once? That would be really awesome if I could do that. Yes, I can. Beautiful. Beautiful. It is a wonderful thing. And now if I select that too, you should be able to go to... All right, let's do the... Why can't I multi-select? Oh, there it goes. Now I can select again. Let me select these. I think I selected something behind here. Okay, so we've got that. And then I should be able to advance move. And that, and get rid of that. And let's see what this looks like at night. What do you think, chat? Think that's better? I think that's better. That works. And I think there's a way for me to do park music. Like, could have sworn there was. Is this park management? Is it in here? Have to figure that out later. So my attractions, obviously the Circle the Wagon is low prestige, but I'm not charging a lot. Gold Fever's still doing pretty good. Still 3.5 stars. I think that sign looks a lot better than the other one. It's not perfect, you know, but the options for lettering in this game are pretty limited. Okay, so we need to do some lighting in this. So I need to get a lantern of some type. Let me see if I can find a lamp. This Victorian lamppost might work. I want to do country, so I kind of want it to be... Let me get rid of vintage. I want it to be kind of an oil lamp if I can. No, that's more Haunted Mansion style. That is an Asian theme. This one might work. I think that's actually the only one I'm going to be able to use. Spooky lampposts? No. Yeah, and those are the Victorian ones. And I don't want to use the standard street lamp. So I think the only one I can use that really kind of fits in with the whole country western theme would be these kind of oil lamp. Let's not add that to a building. Let's not align it to the surface. So I want to make sure it stays vertical. And we'll just make sure that they have some way to see where they're going. There we go, give them a little bit of light. And if I want to do some light in the entryway, like I want to have, you know, something to kind of make it stand out. Let's see what kind of special effect lights we have. Because I want to have something that's kind of cool. This is an event light. A floodlight. Those are kind of cool. Just candles. I can use that for other things. Here's a normal box light. Here's the animated lights. This is what I'm using on the roof. Got some emergency lights. Go ahead and back up over here. Because I want to have something. This entry area is so dark. I want to see what I can do to maybe brighten it up a little bit. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like those. Oh, that's the chandelier for the Cedric Hotel. That's just a big ass searchlight. Hey, Miantayo. You can't contact? You can't contact who? There's got to be something that I can do. Because I don't want to just do a standard spotlight. That'd be boring. I thought there was an event light that I could do that actually could do something. Are there ground lights? Yeah, there are. There's light and then there's lamp. And the lamps are usually the ground lights. You know, and I could do more of those up here if I wanted to, but I'm looking for something that's going to kind of stand out for the entryway and get people kind of excited. What's this? Special effect glow drops. Okay, so that drops things. That like puts the drippy drips coming down from things. It's a glowing treetop star, which is not what I want. Oh, were you having trouble with the stream, Miantayo? I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Hey, Spigs, welcome. I'm gonna have to try. Let me try some of these animated lights. Maybe I can invert them and color them differently. Which one do I want, though? I want something that's got kind of a predictable pattern for the entryway. This one goes, what, up and down, and then over and down. Okay, so this does kind of a U shape. I think I like this one. So let's do this for now. Let me see what I can do to stylize this to make it look a little bit more. Just do a slight purple tinge to it, nothing major. You're going to start a new park today? Oh, good luck. You have a theme in mind, or I'm assuming you're going to have multiple themes, but like, is it going to be mostly roller coasters, or let's see if I can put these upside down. Let's see if I can get this up in place. Where's my world axis? And I'm only doing this right now because I'm going to put a roof piece in. Obviously, I'll put something up there to actually have the light attached to, so it's not just floating there. But I just kind of want to see the pattern. I really wish it cast more light. Obviously, it would be too intensive to do like true global illumination and ray tracing and everything else in this game. Would be cool to have, but probably gonna have to do some type of global spotlight of some type. Okay, I'm not digging that, chat. I got an idea though. Let's see what we can do. See, I got the colorable area light, and one of the things that I can do is I can put it underneath, so, or I can put it inside of something else. So we're gonna put this right here for now. Let me see if there is an archway or something that I can build over this. Where is my building? Is there Victorian? Let's get rid of vintage. I want to see if I can find something that I can do, like a... This might work. This is like a glass canopy thing. Are there other pieces for the glass? Okay, no, just a fiberglass roof. So it's got kind of a cool canopy that I can use in some instances, but it's not going to stretch all the way across. Let me see what other kind of roof pieces I have. I would love to have like a big glass archway that I could put lights in, but it doesn't look like it's going to have that in here. Actually, let me check something. This is going to take a little bit of work, chat, but I might be able to pull this off. Let's see how creative I can get. Actually, this is a grid piece. It's not going to let me do it. Oh, God, this is going to suck. Yeah, it's a grid piece. It's not going to let me do it. If I could do this manually, I was thinking maybe I could make my own archway out of it. But it's not going to let me do the advanced moves because it's a piece of grid structure. So let me see if I can find something else that might work. It's been a few months since you played the game, so not really sure what I'm going to do. That is literally the way I play the game. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, I want to try and come up with something. I know that this area up here looks plain. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I want to solve for it. And to me, that's my personal preference on how I play. I'm not a planner. Okay, these are fiberglass light walls. Can I do anything with that? That's not a grid piece, so that's going to give me more flexibility. Can I maybe... get a little creative here? Again, I'm just experimenting. I'm just seeing what I might be able to come up with here. Because I want to have more light in the entryway to my park. I'm not decided how I want to do it yet. And the cool thing is, this light, let me turn it off. You can see these aren't really casting all that much light, but if I want to make it look like it is, I can take this light here, move it underneath, put it here. I can advance, move, and duplicate. Put another one here. Now it looks like these are casting the light down on the floor. Even though they're not, even though it's the lights underneath, it kind of gives the illusion that these are casting the lights down. And I'd like to put this on the other side too, but I didn't go symmetrical with this. So what I might end up doing, get rid of this, get rid of this. Come on, let me select both of them, damn it. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Use the world axes. I want it to be in the same plane. Okay, and then this one. See if I can get this lined up. So now it's now it's still somewhat symmetrical. And if I wanted to, I could go back to world axes. Because of the fact that this might also work for fixing this little offset that I have here. Because you see how this piece kind of stretches over. Might actually make that more interesting. And I can do this. Advance, move, and duplicate. Back to the world axis. Take this around 90 degrees. Move this over to the other side. The advance, move, and duplicate is your best friend in this game. Because you don't have to worry about whether or not things line up. Oops. I'm gonna have to fix this a little bit. Get rid of that piece. Now we can move this world axis. And then because these two lights now, I have two additional ones. Go here. Use the world axis again, so that way they don't end up coming out. There we go. Now you've got people coming into the park into a well-lit area, as opposed to nothing. Just something, you know, trying to be creative, trying to come up with ideas. So this is how I play the game. Would I have ever been able to plan this? No. There's legitimately no way I could plan any of this stuff. Does it look as good as it could? Probably not. I could probably come up with better things, you know, with a lot of planning and thinking and the like, but you know, sometimes you don't necessarily want to do that. And you know what I might do? I might bring this over, even if it is asymmetrical. Let me see if there's any other sci-fi things that I can do there. Fiberglass is the name of the thing, right? That's probably under building. Oh, I'm in roofs, that's why. Let me see if there's something I can do to fill that in. And see, this is what's cool. The fiberglass stuff is all kind of sci-fi. So you can find some really cool looking pieces in here. Trying to see if there might be one that I can use to kind of fill in that space, make it look a little bit more than just plain cut off. Even something simple like that would make a difference. Let me see if I can find a better fitting piece though. And the cool part is this fiberglass lights I can actually use, because if you look in the front of the building, that's what I used here, except I used white and purple. So all I got to do is recolor those lights with the same colors that I used for the front, or similar colors. And I should have done this before I started building, because then I wouldn't have to duplicate them. But if I just change these first two to white and purple, I think that'll be fine. So I can just do white, purple. Go ahead and select. Can I multi-select, please? All right, fine. See, it's not going to let me do the colors. So annoying, chat. Turn that off. I select it individually. Do white, purple. Just to get it to kind of match up with what the theme was in the front of the building. So that way during the day it looks like it kind of blends in. The fiberglass pieces are really cool. I like them because they're very colorful, or colorable. So if I wanted to, I can make this entire thing just solid white, and it would, you know, you would lose some of the detail. You have to separate first. What, from the building? Because these aren't on a building right now. Yeah, that's what I was saying before, is I should have recolored it first and then duplicated it, and I didn't do that. That was my bad. It wasn't that big of a deal, though. A little bit of coloring. We're good. We'll go ahead and see what it looks like in the daytime. I want to do something with this. What kind of signs do they have? They had the filters. There's a property, editable text. There's traffic signs. That's the little tiny sign. I don't want the tiny sign. I want a big sign. These are the big billboards and projection screens. I'm not familiar with how to use these yet. I'm learning. I'll be experimenting with that at some point. I want to do editable text though. Where's the rest of the... Is it under building? Yeah, it was under building. That's where they were. Wi-Fi sign. How big is that? I want to say goodbye to the people leaving. This looks like the one that's going to be the right size. Okay, so that is sci-fi sign, wall sign 3. And and of course I'm out of text. Damn it. All right. And then let's do. I hate the fonts in this game so much. Okay, that's the outer border. Do that in purple. Yeah, we'll do the Orbitron. Why not? Yeah, the font's terrible. All the fonts on these signs is just they're troublesome. And I mean I understand the reasoning behind it, the way that there's a technical reason for it. And the fact that they even give editable signs, I'm not going to complain. I just kind of wish they were better. Get rid of editable text. I want to see. I want to have something that's saying like, is there somebody waving? Nope. I want to see, like if there was a Planet Coaster guy. Just trying to see if there's some other kind of sign that I can put up here, or some other kind of graphic or design or something in that place. These are all ride signs and the like, and stores. Let me think. Let's check in the scenery. Oh, hello. How about we go back to where we came from? There we go. He's too big. He's kind of what I was looking for, but not that size. You know, I mean, if he was maybe 75% of the scale of that, or if he was a flat sign. Let me see if there's something else. I mean, they've got the rail, like the normal rail thing. And I could use that. It just seems like I think that that's used so often. It's going to clip in the bottom if I put it there. Let me think. Well, that's really freaking cool and absolutely ginormous. Steel vengeance sign, meat skewers, hot dog. I don't think they're gonna have what I'm looking for. I'm trying to think what I might be able to do in its stead. A big cow. Let me see what I can do with the King Coaster statue. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think if I do... Let me see if I do the advanced move, if I can get him to cooperate with kind of what I'm thinking. Turn angle snap off as I want to really kind of dial this in. Because I don't want it to clip through the bottom of the building. I think this might work. Yeah, I think that works. Be cool if I could color the railing around it. Stick with the kind of purple theme, but I get why. I think that frames out fairly nicely. And you can't see it from outside. Or, yes you can. Son of a... Okay, we got this. No problem. Alright, I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to rethink the entire entryway if I'm gonna do this. Let me think. You know what I can do? Let me do this. Change it to a 1 meter grid. Let me grab that one piece. Actually, let me do... Let's get him out of the way for right now. Just let me see what I can do here. Move this piece. Okay, I knew I missed some pieces. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can fix that. And then this piece here. Back. Okay, in advance, move this. Give me King Coaster, damn it. Nope. X. And then I want to use the world axes. Let's go back to the entryway. Get him lined up where we had him before. And now you can see under here, I'll have to see what I can do to fill that in, but at least he's not clipping through the front anymore. So let me see what I can do to fill that in. That's a, need a roof. Just need the flat roof. It wasn't Castle. What was the name of the one I've been using? Yeah, I can use a rough concrete. Doesn't matter. I'll just see if I can find the name of the one. No, panel roof. I'll just duplicate that. Okay, and then I got to bring the grid size down to 1 meter because that's what I was messing around. And actually, I think this will work if I do this. Let's bring this up. Let's bring this up like this. Save that. Let's bring this down. This was my light into the entryway area. Duplicate it. Let me go ahead and correct this again. And let's check at night. I think that works. I think that works. Slowly but surely, we're getting there, chat. It's different than it was when we started, but slowly but surely trying to make it work. And I know this entryway is really freaking low. I kind of felt like doing it that way. And now what's really cool is because I have these lights underneath here, it kind of gives him an underglow without even trying. I think it's kind of cool. Swift Drifter says a long queue time. That's because I only have 3 rides in this entire park. And I don't care if I make money. Yes, it is, Hogan. I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction. It's not, I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's kind of cool. I want to do something more with this area here. I just don't like how the pathing is already set up. Looks like they're struggling with the pathing here. They shouldn't be. Because, I mean, I have no seats, I have no garbage cans, I have no decoration, there's no greenery, there's some on the side, but it's just, I don't know, it's missing something. Maybe there's the lighting on the... Can I do... It's too big. Let's see what I can do with this. Let me just take a look and see what I can do with this. Let's do purple there, white there. See if I can just make this look a little bit more interesting. It just seems a little plain to me. What else can I do on that? Big ass light. Just little small ones. It's still silver. Yeah, I need to make that white. What do I have selected? I'm changing something I'm not intending to. This. That is the small light. And this I'm assuming is the actual light itself. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I don't know that I need to, but I'm going to give it a shot and see what it looks like. And that'll help me align the posters too if I decide to. Get a little more centered. Getting there. Making progress. Definitely need to do a little bit more here. I mean, it's nice to know that this roller coaster is fixed now. Because it was a little frustrating to go through the trouble of making the coaster and having nobody there. I want to do more decorating inside, though. I wish they had more country stuff. I mean, I could, you know what I could do? I could go on the Steam Workshop and see. Why are people not... Oh, because they're still boarding. I made the mistake, and I mentioned this on a previous stream, I made the mistake of putting the entrance and the exit on the wrong sides. So, it takes them forever to exit. And until this last idiot gets out of here, these gates don't open. So it's kind of it slows the queue down a lot. I wish there was a way I could change it easily, but because I've already worked the queue and everything else through here, there really isn't an easy way to do it. So, live and learn. I need more lanterns and street lights out here, though. Let me go ahead and go duplicate this light. I haven't really kind of explored this area in the dark yet. And it is definitely not bright enough. Sorry, I gotta flip over to the other control scheme. Do not align the surface. This is a lamp. Kind of get a ballpark, really sky view on where I might need lighting. And one there. There we go. Makes it a little better. People less likely to get mugged. A little less likely, anyway. There were no electric lamps in the Old West. Yeah, I'm going to imagine that these are oil lamps because they don't have oil lamps. Not on poles. And in the Victorian days, they would go around and light these. Similar to what I used with these lamps. It's just the model that I'm looking for isn't there. And aside from me creating posts, I mean, I guess technically speaking, I could make a post. No open fire light source available. There is a campfire, but it is a bonfire. Check this out. You're going to love this. Campfire. Now you see how large everybody is here. Look how large this is. That's not a campfire to me. That is a bonfire. You sacrifice people to that. You burn witches on this. That is way too large. So I did manage to use it in a couple places. But I had to kind of cheat it. Where did I put it? I think I put it over here. So I put it way underneath the ground. And I just have a couple of the sticks sticking up just to make it look like it's reasonably decent. But yeah, that campfire is absolutely useless because it is so out of scale from everything else. It really doesn't make any sense. That one irritates me a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to pretend that it's more like the end of the kind of the Red Dead Redemption era, to where, you know, modernization was coming around and you did have street lamps. They weren't electric, but you did have street lamps. And besides, we have, you know, public safety to think about and such. This is a theme park. Hey, Kitten Queen, how are you? So, let me think. You know what I've never done? They have fireworks, don't they? They have fireworks. Let's play around out here and see what the fireworks do. So I got about 15 minutes left in the stream, and I've never played with fireworks. So, skull and crossbones. Okay, this control scheme is pissing me off because I am not zoomed in properly. And I am flying. Okay, so it's deactivated. You play it once every X seconds. You could do it on a trigger. and it sets off a firework with a skull and crossbones on it. So essentially what you can do is you could do full-on firework shows, like a la Disney and Universal, by activating on triggers. And let's do, let's make it purple. Purple and white. Let's turn off the trigger. I'll play it every 4 seconds just so we can see what it looks like. And if I reverse this, let's make that purple. So you can do your own kind of fireworks shows. And there's a lot of different things. There's hearts and moons and all the letters of the alphabet and all the numbers. And then there's flying fish. So I have not done this before, but I want to just kind of see how the trigger system works on it, because I'm pretty sure that, let me do this actually. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. And then there's a multi-launch firework that we'll put at the end. Okay, because I want to see how we set this thing up. So all of these, I think we have to activate on trigger. And this is me just, I know I can go on YouTube, and I know I can ask chat, how do you do this? But I kind of want to see if I can figure it out. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a big explosions. Heart, stars, horseshoes, clovers, blue moons. Yeah. Damn it, took my lucky charms. So we have the basic fireworks system. And then with the fireworks, we should have, what was that thing called? No, I don't want that. There was a control panel. Oh, Back to the Future tire flames. Special effects. I think it was a sequencer, I believe. Display sequencer. How about that for a light source? How about I say, yeah, set the whole thing on fire. So I can do a trigger sequence with this. Add a display group. Connect objects. Connect all of those. Ah, I see what I did wrong. Connect objects. 1, 2, 3. Oh, can I do 1, then 2? There it goes. Now it's in order. Okay, so now I've got that. I can confirm. So based off of this, what I can do if I wanted to do a fireworks show, so I could also connect objects to the group, and then I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I believe now add display group. Yeah, so I could do a second one. Let's call this reverse. Connect the objects to the group. I'll do this, star 3, 2, 1. Confirm. So this will be starting at 0, and then we'll do 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. And this will start at 3. This will be at 0, 0.5. 1, no, not 100, 1.5, 2. Let's see if that works. Now if I back up, 2, 3, 5, 4. Okay, so the timing's off a little bit. I'm gonna have to adjust the spacing because obviously the firework takes a bit to dissipate. Leading up to a Hellscape themed coaster? We could do that. Actually, that might be a cool idea. I appreciate that. I might do like a hell theme or like a devil theme or something along those lines. in the haunted area. Like, look, every park has a spooky scenery thing. So I can go to my trigger sequence. Let's go back in here. So this is 1, 2. Okay, so this has to move. Can I move these? Really? Really, game? You're not going to let me move the sequence? I know I connected them in order. All right. All right, so basically what I want to do is 1, 2. Let's go every second, or 2 seconds. How about that? So that'll be 0. This will be 2. This will be 4. This will be 6. This will be 8. This will be 10. And then this next display group will start at the 10-second mark or start at the 12-second mark, right? Because we've got the 10 seconds and then 2 seconds after, the reverse display group will start to go, and it'll do 5 immediately. And then it'll do 4 at the 2-second mark, 3 at the 4, 2 at the 6, and 1 at the 8. And done. All right, so let's see what this does. This should now... Actually, I think I need to get on the other side of this because the numbers shoot up the other way. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The little small fireworks, and then it goes 5, 4, 3. So hypothetically, what I could do here. And let me go ahead and move in over here. Is I should be able to. Triggered. I think the display park speaker is the one that I want. Yeah, display sequencers connected to this speaker. Select a sequence to connect speakers to it. I really wish I could rearrange these. It's kind of annoying. Oh, okay. I see. If I duplicate it, it'll move it, and then I can go and delete it. So basically, that's one thing I could do is I could cheat. I could duplicate and get it in the order I want. Delete the ones I don't. So like hypothetically, this display group, this purple one, which doesn't have anything in it yet, which is going to be the music. Or was going to be the music. I'll figure out how to hook that up. That's how I can reorganize. So if I do need to do that, that's good to know. So if I do this, display sequencers connected to this speaker, select a sequencer to connect speakers to it. Activate on trigger, set activation time. Okay, there's cameras. So if I wanted to put cameras in it, finances, there's audio. Okay, edit speakers. Put that speaker in it. So I could actually have speakers throughout the entire park. And then we can do, what can we do that's going to get my music muted on VOD? Where's that Ghostbusters stuff? There it is. Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. See, this is what I was having trouble with before, is getting these speakers to play. See if I can find any music. Okay. Now it started going, so it doesn't like that music. Maybe I have, what might be is I might have had my my copyright music muted in the options, because you can do that. So if I go here, So that plays the trigger sequence. So I'll have to play around with this some more to determine exactly how the music starts, how the fireworks start, and how I can coordinate it, the time with the music. But essentially that's what you do is, and this is how Disney does it too, is they play the music and then they have the explosions happen at a certain time. But it's kind of cool if you think about it, that you can even do this in the game. Where'd I go? Holy crap, that's all the way over there. Is that you can actually make full-on fireworks shows in the game now. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all this stuff because I am definitely not going to be using any of that. So I think the stream definitely I didn't go the direction I wanted to with the stream because, well, I'm not planning anything with this park in any way, shape, or form. But we did fix our roller coaster. That was a big deal for me. I really was kind of upset that the coaster design that we came up with just didn't work out. And that nobody wanted to ride it because it made them scared. So we fixed some of the physics on that. We walked through that. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. Hold on. Forgot I put this up here and I needed a light on it. Sorry, chat. I like having my scenery lit. Trying to see how I might be able to light that without that thing being visible. Where is my pole? Okay, let's get that light back. Because I don't want to see the light from the coaster. Oops. Light should be visible, but not from the coaster. That's the plan. There we go. That way it looks a little bit better. Just clip to the other side of the park. Yeah, I know the controls are a little bit interesting. At times they tend to take on a mind of their own. And then this tree I forgot I needed to move. Because when we extended this track, we made the track to where it would be a little bit smoother so people wouldn't freak out. I want to make sure that that's clear so it doesn't clip through. And I think these trees have to move. Just move it just a touch. Where is the other tree that I saw? I saw two here. Yeah, that is it. Okay, let's go back to the daytime. Oh, that's bright. So, not bad. I think we did pretty good for the night. You know, the money's unlimited, so it doesn't matter if we're successful or not. But I think people are wanting to go on the rides. I think they're thematically okay for the Western. I'm torn right now whether to do scary next or fantasy. And one of the other options that I was thinking of is maybe doing like an adventure, like an Indiana Jones Egyptian kind of theme over here. Since we are kind of already desert, you know, or maybe I'll do it over in this area since it's already kind of desert and I could extend this path back here and maybe have another path go around this side to give multiple points of entry into it. So I'm kind of bouncing around which one I want to do next, but I think this is a pretty good start. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I am going to save this because I haven't saved it all game. I'm going to save it. I think it's in a, I like the entryway. I like the exit better than the entry, actually. I'll be playing around with it a little bit more as time goes on. But, flip back over to this. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I want to thank you for the follows and the bits and the subs. I do appreciate it very much. And most importantly, of course, I do thank you for your time. It is the most valuable thing that you own. The fact that you're willing to spend even a second of it with me is something I'm going to have to work my ass off. After all, you can't make more of it. And you don't know when it's going to run out. So it is pretty damn valuable. On that note, I'm going to take a quick look, see if there's anybody online that maybe we can throw a raid to. If you wouldn't mind hanging out for just a couple minutes, say hi if I can find somebody. Nope, not right now. Nobody's streaming. It seems like most people are taking the Sunday off. So thank you guys so much for coming out. If you haven't already, please follow me on Discord. Well, first and foremost, if you haven't already, please follow me on Twitch. And then check me out on Twitter and Discord. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, ideas, things that you might want to see me do on stream, please let me know. I do read both of those, and I do get back to people as often as humanly possible. And thank you all for your time. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And take care, everyone. Have a good night.